Leroy Downs, the Jazz Cat, backstage here at the Playboy Jazz Festival with some cats who know how to make music out of thin air. It's Naturally 7. What's happening, fellas? Ooh, see, I'm hearing all this bass resonate through everybody, man. So you hear Playboy once again. They love you, man. This is like your third time back at Playboy?
It's our fourth time, actually. I think this is our fourth time coming back. And yeah, the reception has been so positive, so overwhelming that, we're just blessed and honored to be asked to come back again.
So, I want to know who the instruments are. So who's on bass?
Right here.
Hey, what's up? This is Kelvin Mitchell.
Ooh. Who's on drums?
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
This is Warren Thomas.
Who's on trombone?
That's me.
Yeah. All right. Well, who's on piano?
Nobody's on
Pianolist.
We're still working on that. We're still working on that one. That's
What you got, brother?
tough order. I'm more the MC in the group, but a little bit of keyboards, a little bit of just extracurricular auxiliary sounds, whatever fits in.
Right on, man. You have the machine that has all of the different buttons. You just press one and come on, right? All right, love that, man. Who we got on trumpet?
You got the this was good.
Oh, the horn section.
Got the horn section.
And we do the guitars.
Yeah, some guitar.
And he does one that nobody can do.
The harmonica.
Ooh, let's light something up, man. So, I'm gonna let everybody jump in. Just pop on one of your tunes, man. Let's hear you roll.
Can't give you everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. We gotta wait for the live show. Well, fellas, it's been great seeing you. I've been here to Playboy many years, and I've seen you guys on your stage just walk out, no instruments, and the sound is incredible, man. I mean, how far deep do you have to go to resonate with what you have inside of you with your instruments?
Some of those questions are better. Just ask. Just give me that bass line that goes with Ready or Not. Go for it. As you can see, he's got to go deep for that. Warren's he's acting like he's playing the drums. And you happen to know that we got a trombonist in here. We're going to add rhythm to that. DJ too. Harmonica's coming in.
Ooh, that's how we do it. Naturally 7 up in here. Right here at the Playboy Jazz Festival. This is what you get when you come to Playboy Jazz.
Indeed, yes, sir.
Right here on All Music Television. We're here backstage at Playboy with All Music Television, and just fresh off the stage, one of my very good friends and a very important person in Los Angeles with music, Mr. Tony White. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
I'm great, Leroy. How are you doing today, man?
I'm beautiful. You do so much for the community with LAUSD. Why don't you tell everyone your title and tell everyone why you're here at Playboy today?
I am the coordinator for music and entertainment education in the Los Angeles Unified School District beyond the Bell Branch. I know it's a big title, but primarily I'm just the music coordinator in the district that works with our teachers and our youth and trying to bring them the importance about what music is and giving them quality music instruction.
Well, you're here every year at Playboy. You always have a band that actually kicks off the performance every year, and you do so many things in Los Angeles. You do the Rose Bowl. We were just at the Grammys with the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz for Jazz in the Classroom. Yeah. So tell these people a little bit about all of these things you do for our wonderful youth and the music.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm so honored to be here at Playboy. This is our 6th year of being at the part of the Playboy Jazz Festival, but I've been a part of the Playboy Jazz Festival, working with Darlene Chan and Festival Productions, Ellen Shimamura, and trying to identify high school jazz programs to play at this festival. And they call me. I'm thankful to have that relationship with them, where they trust me in my opinion. Also, while I was a teacher at Fremont High School. I also had my band play here in 1995. So I think about that now. Here we are in 2016. I've been involved with this for a long time, actually, and I'm honored to be a part of the Playboy. But in terms of my job, again, it's just trying to work on building community and partnership, and providing experiences for everybody to make it positive and strong with music. So working with you, Mr. Downs, and Make Music LA, and and being a part of different configurations. I just try to go with the flow and really try to be malleable as I can to keep music alive.
Well, you do. You mentioned Make Music LA, which is another performance that happens June 21st every year. And you came out last year. You had all of these great saxophone players for the saxophone summit that we did. What are you doing this year with Make Music LA?
I'm doing the trombone day. Go figure. I'm not a trombonist, but it's okay. I'm a musician and I teach music. And we do have a lot of trombone players in the All-City Marching Band. But yeah, so honored, again, and that's building a camaraderie. And that's getting me into the circles of the artists that I really appreciate and admire. Like today, playing in orchestra, I got, Bob Shepard and you got Danny Janklow, who were both, last year part of the Saxophone Summit. I've been so blessed, and also too, being a musician myself, I keep that still very high on my list. And I realize that there's just a great need to, communicate and to galvanize and to show the importance of, what music does for everybody.
Well, you said a couple important things, 2 words, music and teacher. When these kids actually grow up and become these professional musicians, they all started out with you, man. And just like in Breaking Bad, they're going to go, Mr. White.
Today, with a couple of the students again, and the orchestra, Lamar, he came in and talked about, how he marched in the band with me in the Rose Parade, and then how he's now going on tours with a lot of major artists and everything else. And it's just phenomenal when you think about that. It's like, having your hand a little bit in the pot in a positive way. And my thing is to make sure that the kids are getting things that are current, make sure they understand the history of it, make sure they understand the rich history that we have here in Los Angeles. And myself, I can't ever forget people like Buddy Collette, who was instrumental with me on so many levels, to even the great Gerald Wilson, and now look at young rising stars and artists like Kamasi Washington. I remember that when he, were sitting next to me at the Music Center and we're taking music lessons with the great Bobby Bryant. It's just an incredible thread, and I'm happy to be a part of the thread, and then try to help to move it into the next work of art.
Well, we're happy too. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Tony White, LAUSD Beyond the Bell branch director, great musician, always giving lots of great things to the kids. Tony White, thank you, man.
Thank you, Leroy Downs, and thank you to Fred and everybody at All Music TV. Look forward to seeing more of you guys.
Every time, man. On All Music Television. Playboy Backstage. Once again, we are backstage right here at the Playboy Jazz Festival, this time with a cat who knows how to swing some monk, man. John Beasley, what's up, man?
Hey, Leroy. It's good to see you, man.
Man, it's great seeing you too, man.
Always good to see you.
Oh my gosh, you are doing so much with Thelonious' music, man. I mean, you actually, the way you play and the way you arrange it, you brought so much life into it, man. Tell me about it.
Well, that music is very much alive to start with, and to me, the sign of a great composer, like Bach, like Wayne Shorter, Horace Silver, Stevie Wonder, is that you can play their songs in any tempo, any kind of way. They sound good, slow, fast. You can break them up, and they're very creative, great creative outlets. So Thelonious Monk is right up there with that, and it's an inspiration every time I try to dig deep into one of his tunes. There's so much life in it, and it's a dream come true.
We were talking about all this great dance that there is in the music. Tell me about how you just, when you arranged all of the music, tell me about what you did to make all of this life come out.
Well, you know, for one thing, his music is very pliable. You know, all great music from Beethoven to Bach to Stevie Wonder to Wayne Shorter, you know, all those great tunes, they sound great in any tempo. You can put any kind of groove on them, and they really have lots of buoyancy, and they're alive, right? Thelonious is for sure like that. And as far as the dance goes, you know, Jimmy Heath, when I first started getting all this together, I had a long conversation with him, and of course he was there with Monk a lot, knew him, and he said that the swing is and the funk is already built in the way Monk wrote it. You know, it just swings naturally the way it's written. So to have that starting out point, man, you know, and to kind of like be able to bring in the rhythm of our day, our generation's rhythms into it, you know, and be able to experiment with that, you know, that's a great thing, you know.
Well, you definitely brought Monk to 2016 for sure, man. You got a brand new album that's coming out on Mack Avenue.
On Mack Avenue, it drops August 19th, and you can actually go on the website right now and pre-order if you like.
On Mack Avenues or your website?
Mack Avenue website.
That's what you do. It's John Beasley and the Monkester. The brother knows how to swing Monk, man. Thanks so much for bringing life back to the music, man.
Good to see you again, man.
Absolutely. John Beasley backstage here. All Music Television, Playboy Jazz Festival. So you know when you're backstage at the Playboy Jazz Festival with All Music Television, you never know who you get a chance to run into. This is Terreon Tank Gully, man, the power behind the drums, man. What's up, man?
Hey, man, chilling. Glad to be at Playboy, enjoying this LA, you know.
Yes, indeed, man. We known each other for a long time and just love what you bring to the music with the drums. Today you were here with John Beasley's Monkestra, so tell me how it was to swing some Monk, man, with these cats.
Man, you know, it's Monk sideways. You know, Monk was already sideways, and now we even going more sideways. So I came out last year and like finished like the second half of the record and been doing gigs ever since. So it's great honor and pleasure to, you know, be able to make it out to the bowl and do this gig tonight.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're traveling all over the world playing with everybody, man. I mean, Beasley tonight, Diane, a few other folks. Why don't you tell all the people at All Music Television some of the cats that, you know, you lend your love to?
Oh, man. Diane Reeves, of course, the legend. Christian McBride, Stephon Harris, Joe Locke, Jeff Keezer, David Sanborn at times. In the past, Queen Latifah, Abby Lincoln, you know.
So you guys know when you hear the music, I mean, that's great. You hear the music, but recognize the other people in the band besides just the people out front. And this brother holds it all together, the Tank.
Hey, man, do what I can do.
So where you off to after this, man?
Well, I'm taking a red eye back to Atlanta tonight, and then what am I doing? Oh, flying to Europe with Diane Reeves coming up soon. We're doing a short tour, you know. Just keeping it moving.
This is how the music business is, man. These guys travel all over the world to bring you love through their instrument and what they do, man. Well, look, man, tell D I said what's happening.
You know you the man.
Oh, man.
We all love me. Respect you much, you know, so always glad to see you doing your thing.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, brother.
All right.
That's Tank Tyrion Gully back here at the Playboy Jazz Festival with All Music Television. Backstage, once again, you know where we are, Playboy Jazz Festival, All Music Television. Guess who I have with me this time? Miss Grace Kelly. How are you, dog?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, of course. Well, today you're here playing with John Baptiste. So you got to tell me how it is playing with him live and how it is having fun playing with him on television.
Yeah, you know, it's so exciting to play with John in whatever setting. The beautiful thing about playing with him live is that, you know, we can just play a full concert and not have to think about, you know, stopping or somebody waving, you know, cameras and stuff at us. Because in the TV, you know, playing on the Late Show, we have in-ear monitors and a lot of people talking to us, and you know, we go into commercial, but then we stop and we start and we stop and we start, and so it makes actually the live concert feel even more visceral because we just go, 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 go. But in both situations with him, it's such a joy because he's a very spontaneous, incredible musician who at any moment could decide to play any song. And we do rehearse stuff, but he also sometimes just switches it up and keeps us all on our toes. And, you know, whatever he does ends up being a very magical thing. So the band is so great, and they're all, we're all family. So there's a beautiful amount of trust, locked in between us, and it just kind of radiates musically, and it's always just a blast.
Oh, man, well, we could say a lot of those same things exactly about you. You're with jazz, it's a tradition that's been around for so long, but you're one of the people that's really playing this contemporary music and bringing on this new audience to what you're introducing a lot of the young folks who are listening to all these other genres to what we're doing with the music. And you have an album coming out as well.
Yeah, actually, it's out. It's called Trying to Figure It Out, and it was released in February. And it's very nice to hear you say that, because one of my loves musically is to kind of jump from styles. I grew up really learning the foundation and bebop jazz, but have such a love for, fusion and, parts of pop culture and blues and all of these things. And I think it's important as young upcoming jazz musicians really pushing the music forward that we bring what only we can bring in 2016, being, a 24-year-old can bring to the music. And the beautiful thing is like watching that translate to other people my age and kind of bringing other people of my generation in, because that's so important. And I think that Charlie Parker and Miles Davis would be smiling down upon us to see the music shaping in a way that really embodies like current things as well,
Well, the music is supposed to shape it. It was never supposed to be made to actually, it is kind of a time capsule for most, because most people look back and keep listening to the same music. But during all of these years, we have all of these young people growing up, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
And you're connecting with those people, and even though they may connect with you through another genre, you're going to touch on jazz, and through that connection through you, they're going to experience some of these older guys as well and learn the music.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, that nowadays with technology, it's so easy to like go on Wikipedia and be like, type in somebody's name or type in my name and then find, oh, wow, her influences. Wow, who's Johnny Hodges? Who's Charlie Parker? And then, again, pull up a YouTube video of these great people. And that is the hope. And for someone like me who grew up in the internet age, that's totally something that constantly discovering new music.
Tell me who Phil Woods is.
Phil Woods is one of my alto saxophone idols, and one of the greatest alto saxophonists with a sound that you hear just a few notes from him and it's him, and recorded with everyone from Dizzy Gillespie, Quincy Jones to Billy Joel. And he's a lot of times the saxophonist you hear on some very loved and well-known pop records, playing the sax solo. And I got the great honor to be mentored by him, and we released a CD together when I was 18 called Man with Hat. We toured Europe for a whole month together, and sadly he passed away last year. And I've actually been playing some tribute memorial concerts for him. And this Tuesday I'm headed to Delaware Water Gap, which was where he lived, to be part of a CD that's been created with a bunch of great musicians who were affiliated with him or had played with him. And so hopefully that'll be out soon.
No, that's beautiful. Phil Woods was one of our cats. And he definitely did have the hat, for
yes,
sure.
The hat. Met him when I was 14 years old, and he got to know my playing. Met him at Stanford, California, at a workshop that he was teaching at. And I remember when he came to Massachusetts, I went to see him perform in Pittsfield, Mass. And he asked me if I had my horn with me, and I did. So I sat in with him for a song, and he took off his legendary cap and he put it on my head.
Oh, man.
And I tried to give it back, and he said, no, keep it. It looks great. And so there's actually a YouTube video up that he loved as well. And it's kind of just he let me keep his hat, which is it's the hat that he's worn on so many record covers. It's a very well-worn hat. So I keep it in a special place and wear it, Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see so much more from you, man. You're here, you're leaving, go to San Francisco next?
I was in San Francisco last week, and then I'm headed back to Los Angeles the end of this month to do some performances, and then back to the East Coast, and yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you anytime we can get you. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grace Kelly, backstage at the Playboy Jazz Festival 2016 for All Music Television.